What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Shout out to everybody for being here, guys. With that being said, we are now starting our $100 redraft league, guys. It is July 16th. Let's get the show on the road, guys. We got Thor at the 1-1. We got Black Mountain there at the 1-2, guys. We got Papa Woody there at the 1-3. Maddie at the 1-4. T10, Ben 10, I call him, at the 1-5. Corberjan at the 1-6 with a new profile picture change. Fantasy Suicide at the 1-7, Drifters at the 1-8, I'm at the 1-9, Moogie's at the 1-10, JJ at the 1-11, and Pickens at the 1-12. Jason, I appreciate you for being here, brother. I hope your day's been well, Jason. Hope your day's been well, brother. Man, I don't know if you're in the Midwest or not, or in Canada. The wildfires have been crazy, guys. But with that being said, oh no, not 2 minutes, guys. Sorry, let's fix that. Fix. All right, guys, 30 seconds per pick, guys. It is going to be 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex league. Bijan goes there at the 1-1, Gibbs 1-2, Chase, Puka, McCaffrey, and then Jonathan Taylor follows up there at the 1-6. Let's go see what Fantasy Suicide does here. I like the 1-9 spot because I can go with whatever I want here. I can go with James Cook. I can go with CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson. But I am going to go take James Cook here at the 1-9, guys. I do like James Cook, guys. He finished last year as a running back 6. The year before that, running back 8. The year before that, running back 12. So he should finish as a top 3 running back based on this. Or a top 4 running back, right? 12 minus 8 is 4. 8 minus 6 is 2. And then go from there. Top 5 running back because he is in such a good offense, guys. He's in such an incredible offense. They didn't really add anybody from the draft. I love what James Cook is going to be able to do. I liked him a lot last year, and I like him again this year. Genty goes at the 110. Devon Achane at the 111. Wow. Let's talk about Achane this year, guys. Achane goes there at the 111 in a $100 redraft league in a 2 running back format, over guys like Kenneth Walker, Hampton, Saquon, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, over guys like Lamb, Jefferson, Drake London. In my opinion, Achane with the Dolphins is a very risky pick. Not only is he going to be in one of the worst offenses, he's going to be in one of the worst O-lines. I believe the Dolphins are ranked 31st in the NFL in O-line rankings. Not only that, they also have a new coach, new head coach, new offensive coordinator. We don't know how that team's going to be. I don't trust Achane at all. I don't think he should be a first-round draft pick at all. I would probably take Achane in the end of the 2nd round, early 3rd round. Achane scares me this year, guys. Malik Willis is there. They don't have any wide receivers. That team is not going to be very, very performative. And here at the 2-4, I do have a couple options here, guys. First, Barkley share. You're going to like that, Pickens. I could go with a couple options here at the 2-4. I could go with Kenneth Walker. I could go with Derrick Henry. I could go with Josh Jacobs. I told everybody don't really draft Jeremiah Love, but we are going to do something different, guys. I don't have a lot of Justin Jefferson. I personally don't love Kyler Murray, but we are going to go with Justin Jefferson this year, guys, at the 2-4. It's going to be one of my first Justin Jefferson shares. I just don't know if I can trust the Vikings this year. Now, we did say, you know, Jefferson was quarterback proof, but JJ McCarthy made a clear example why he is not quarterback proof, guys. So that does scare me. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. All right, and then Drake London goes at the 2-8. Derrick Henry goes at the 2-7, and Jeremiah Love goes at the 2-6. 2 fantasy suicide with Kenneth Walker going at the 2-5. 2 drifters, guys. Matty does have a couple options here. Matty could go with a running back, wide receiver, tight end. Let's see who he goes with. JJ McCarthy was another level of bad, and so were the other players throwing to him last year. I do agree with that, Jason. But I'm looking at Kyler Murray's statistics with wide receivers. The only time Kyler Murray sustained a wide receiver 1 with the Cardinals was DeAndre Hopkins in 2019. So if we take a look at Hopkins in 2019, that was kind of the only time. 2020, I'm sorry, 2020 with the Cardinals, all right? That's the only time that Kyler Murray sustained a wide receiver 1. Before that, Kyler Murray hasn't really sustained a wide receiver 1, or after that, he didn't sustain a wide receiver 1. So it's very hard for me to trust Kyler Murray. Now, Justin Jefferson himself is an amazing wide receiver, do not get me wrong. But man, does that hurt? You know what I mean? And then, wow, Hopkins had 2 bad years in Arizona after that, and then he went to Tennessee, had a decent year. He went to Kansas. Remember when we were all hyping him up with Patrick Mahomes? He didn't really do much in there. And then he went to Baltimore where he didn't really do much either. And then Javonte goes there at the 3-3. Guys, Javonte is a boring pick, but he's one of the best boring picks in the game. I love Javonte there. A.J. Brown at the 3-2. Wow. That might be one of the steals of the draft, going to Black Mountain. I did not expect A.J. Brown to be there at the 3-2. I think that's a phenomenal selection there. Nico Collins goes there at the 2-12. Breece Hall, ETN, we are going to have that little running back run for sure. And then let's see what Corbijn does here at the 3-6. Goes with George Pickens. George Pickens does fall there. There's a couple options on the board. Neighbors is available. Olave is available. Josh Allen is available. Rice, Higgins is still available. Let's go ahead and see what Fantasy Suicide does. I agree, man. That's an amazing pick. Black Mountain start is fire. I agree. That's a beautiful start. First Breece Hall share. Proud Jet owner. All right, guys. I'm gonna take Rashee Rice here. I know for a fact that Moogie wants him, and I cannot have Moogie get him, so I'm gonna take Rashee Rice here at the 3-9. I do like that spot. Devontae is a good pick there at the 3-8 as well. Jason says, good take. I'll keep that in mind, but I'm hoping Kyler will understand he got one of the best wide receivers. I hope so too. A.J. Brown will be a beast this year. That is the goal with Drake May. That is the goal, my brother. Yeah, with Kyler, man, it's just... I feel like there's going to be a lot of... I don't know. We got to trust Kevin O'Connell, right? At the end of the day. Kevin O'Connell made a couple quarterbacks that were really bad be really good. So I guess we got to trust Kevin O'Connell. That's why I don't mind getting Justin Jefferson here in the 2nd round, but I'm not taking somebody like Addison or Hampton, because not only did Kyler not sustain a wide receiver 1 for a long time, he's never been able to sustain 2 wide receivers, yet alone 1. So that does scare me. Be very careful with Addison, Juwan Jennings. Those would not be the players I would be targeting. T. Higgins does go there at the 3-12. Let's see. Olave's falling. Ted McMillan's falling. Garrett Wilson's falling. Ladd, Egbuka, and Zay Flowers are falling. Jason, can you tell me why you like Egbuka? I think you drafted a lot of Egbuka, right, Jason? Let me know. I think fantasy's a little bit on the newer side to this draft. Neighbors should not be a 3rd round. No, Neighbors should not be a 3rd round ADP personally, in my opinion. Yeah. Let's see. Da, da, da. right, guys, let's see who I'm going here at the 4-4. All right, Egbuka goes there, Olave goes there, Zay and T. Higgins go there as well. Ted McMillan is available here. Am I going to go for two wide receivers, 2 running backs here? Or am I going to go with Ted McMillan? Ladd McConkey is available. I don't think I can pull the trigger here. I think I do have to take Judkins. I don't mind Judkins this year, guys. I do not mind. I know he's injured, but I do not mind him at all there at the 4-4. I just think that Cleveland Browns are going to be a tad bit better than people are expecting. So yeah, so I do think I do have to go with Judkins. Bucky at the 4-5 is surprising as well. Josh Allen goes there at the 4-6. Wowzers. All right. All right, guys. Ted McMillan goes there at the 4-7. I think that's a phenomenal spot there. Bucky Irving at the 4-5 might be a little bit early for drifters. And then Jalen Waddle goes there at the 4-8 before Ladd McConkey and before Garrett Wilson. Wow, can I change my pick? Yes. Where are you, drifters? Yeah, you can change your pick. Yeah, Bucky there is a little bit early, unfortunately. Swift, I don't mind. I don't think any of these players are taking Bucky there. Bucky's just dealing with a lot. I got you, drifters. I got you. That's your lifeline, so. All right. Yeah, I love Egbuka. I think he has the talent and offense to break out. Mike Evans opens up a lot of targets, and from what I read, Egbuka was dealing with an injury causing him to fall off the second half. Okay, Jason. Are you worried about Chris Godwin at all, Jason? Are you worried about Chris Godwin at all? Let me go ahead and look at... Let me know if you're worried about Chris Godwin. All right, Lamar at the 4-11 going to Black Mountain. Wow, guys. I don't know if I would take Lamar this early, but hey, to each their own. To each their own, guys. All right, and then Burden goes there at the 4-12. McLaurin goes there at the 4-10. Garrett Wilson at the 4-9. Mike Evans at the 5-2. Tyler Warren before Loveland. Warren before Loveland at all. How y'all feel? How y'all feel about Warren before Loveland, guys? Let me know. I mean, it's not a crazy take. It's not a crazy take, but how do you guys feel about Warren before Loveland? And then Ladd goes at the 5-3. Ladd 5-3. Wow. Wow, guys. What a fall for Ladd McConkey there. I think that's a phenomenal pick as well. Phenomenal pick as well there. All right, guys, and then Loveland does go there at the 5-5. Bucky falls to the 5-4. I think that's a phenomenal spot for Bucky as well. Let's see what Fantasy Suicide does here. Trey McBride, something that going on in that turn area. Yeah, this is a little crazy here. The 1-1 to the 1-4. Definitely different is what I will say. And then in here it's a little different as well. Tuden goes there at the 5-7. DJ Moore goes there as well. I do think I have to take a wide receiver here like Devontae Adams. His fall is a little too late. I do love Devontae Adams, guys. I would take Adams over DJ Moore over all these players. Maybe Loveland, you could make an exception. Warren, you could say something about it. But I mean, after Garrett Wilson and Ladd, I don't really see myself taking any other wide receiver besides Devontae Adams. So I do have to go with Devontae Adams there. Now, this is how my core is looking like: James Cook and Judkins. Now, Judkins isn't the most exciting pick, but Jefferson and Rashee Rice and Devontae Adams, I'm hoping, are gonna help me out in that role. Let's see what Moogie does here at the 5'10". Goes with Carnell Tate. Okay. I don't mind that, guys. Tate has a lot of potential. Rome Odunze goes at the 5'11". I don't mind that at all either. We do have to be careful with JMO. I showed it to you guys why JMO had this amazing run last year. It was because of Sam Laporta's injury. So we don't know if JMO's going to repeat that. But I did see that Jared Goff, guys. Jared Goff is somebody you have to watch out for. He could be a very, very much sleeper pick. Adams is old as fuck. Old but nasty. Same with Henry. These guys don't age. Yeah, same with Henry, man. Same with Derrick Henry. Why are we taking Derrick Henry there at the 2.7, right? Right. We gotta think about that. Why are we taking Derrick Henry there at the 2.7? Bowers overall. I don't blame you. Alec Pierce. Wow. Pierce at the 6'1", guys. Going to Pickens. Wow. Okay. You convinced me to take Warren over Loveland. You convinced me. I saw a stat where players coming off injury. Daniel Jones had last year the usual drop off. Yeah. I can't convince you. I can't convince you on that. Take him. I didn't snipe you. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. Is this gonna be another league? First time getting Harrison ever. I didn't snipe like you. When did I snipe? I wanted you to snipe so I could take Pollard. I wanted you to snipe. But you got 3 running backs already. All right. Talking. If Price sucks, you're cooked. I know. I know, guys. I know. If Watson wasn't there, I would have. Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind Price at the 6'4". I do need a third running back. People are scared of Price, but I think Price is gonna be. What says Price isn't gonna be the guy this year, guys? What says Price isn't gonna be the guy this year, right? Let me go ahead and take a look at Price, right? Jadarian Price, redraft, Reddit. All right, how do people feel about Jadarian Price? Anyone feel like Jadarian Price is being overdrafted? So right now his ADP is in the 6th and 7th round, depending on the site. How the Seahawks have like 4 running backs and will probably have 3 in the backfield when the season starts. Because he's going to an ideal situation. He's also very talented. The only thing that concerns me are the fumbles last year at Notre Dame. Yeah, but you have Chubb when he gets back. Chubb is coming off a bad leg injury. I agree with that. Since 2015, there have been 15 running backs drafted in the first round, guys. 15 running backs. Of those 15, 11 have finished as running back 25 or better in half PPR as rookies. Jadarian Price is currently being drafted as a running back 26. So the stat makes it seem like top 5 first round capital. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. He feels like another Rashad Penny, Sony Michel, CH to me. All drafted in the same spots. All had same people landing spots. I'm nervous about him. The 2026 Travion Henderson. He feels right. Never has there been a first round running back being drafted in the 6th or 7th round of Dynasty startups. Take advantage while you can. I do agree with that. Guys, when's the last time we seen a first round running back drafted in the NFL be taken in the 6th round? Like, let's talk about Omarion Hampton, who got drafted number 22 last year, I think. Not last year, when he did get drafted. You know what I mean? He was going in the mid-3rd, 4th round. Travion Henderson. I think Travion was selected 38th overall. Jadarian Price. Yeah, Travion was selected 38th overall, guys, and we're drafting him at the 5-6. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. They really didn't want to take him there, though. Did they get sniped, you think? Did they get sniped, you think? Is that what happened? Let's see who I'm taking here, guys. I think I have to take Michael Wilson here. Yeah, I'll take Michael Wilson here. What do you mean? No, they needed a running back. They needed a running back. Hey, bud, it's okay. All right, they have Charbs committee at best. Yeah, but Charbs was injured, guys. So we do gotta watch out for that. Charbs was very injured, guys. Shout out to everybody watching, by the way. We are gonna do team reviews right after this. This is a $100 draft. This is how it's going so far. I won with James Cook, Jefferson, Rice, Judkins, Adams, Price, Michael Wilson for my bench. Now we might take a tight end here. It depends on who's available. Fannin is available here at the 8-4. So is Laporta. I don't like any of the wide receivers on the board. Let's see what Mugi does here as well. Mugi goes with Downs over a lot of players here. I think I'm gonna go in here, guys, with Kenny Gainwell. I just can't. I can't draft Harvey, guys, unfortunately. But especially with Coleman being there, I think I am gonna go with Kenny Gainwell here. I could go with a tight end with Harold Fannin or Sam Laporta, but I think I can get a tight end there at the 9-9, and I'm not too worried about it. So I'm gonna go with Kenny Gainwell here at the 8-4. See how that works out, and then Michael Pittman does go there at the 9-5, 8-5. I'm sorry about that. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, let me know, guys. We are in the 8th round here. Downs at the 8-3 does seem a little spicy. I will say that. I haven't seen Downs go in the 8th round, like in the early 8th. Jaden Reed at the 7-8. Whoa. That is spicy there, guys. Jaden Reed at the 7-8. I didn't even see that. Makai Lemon at the 7-7. Johnson Pollard falls to the 7-4. Wow, what a pickup for Maddie at the 7-4 with Pollard. Man, I would have been ecstatic. Parker Washington, Sutton, and Chris Godwin there at the 6-12, 7-1 with Jalen Warren there at the 7-2. Kyle Monangai goes there at the 8-8. Fannin and Laporta go off the board as well. All right. Yeah, I agree, Jason. I mean, if Price wasn't here, I just can't justify taking Ramondre and Jalen Warren over Tony Pollard there at the 7-4. I mean, like I said, if Price wasn't there, I would take Pollard there at the 6-4. I don't mind taking Pollard at the 6-4. And Pollard fell to the 7-4. I think that's phenomenal. Harvey at the 8-9, I think is very good upside as well. So we'll see. My baby, what's wrong? Sorry, guys, my dog is whining. Go, baby, go. I love you, bud. All right, guys. I hit my knee, guys, and oh my god, it hurts like crazy right now. All right, guys. Blake Corum goes at the 8-11. We are going to do reviews probably in round 11. So I'll wait a couple more here. But here's how the teams look so far, guys. Here's how some picks I love. Ladd McConkey I love here. AJ Brown I love here going to Black Mountain. Papa getting Ladd McConkey at the 5-3. I love Maddie getting Pollard at the 7-4. I love Samoan getting Aaron Jones there at the 9-1. I love those picks for those players, guys. And then Jordan Mason goes there at the 9-3. Herbert, Ricky Pearsall. With Big Daddy's team, I think his best pick was definitely... I do like the Loveland pick there at the 5-5. With Corbridgeon, I do think the J-Mo pick at the 6-7 was nice. Fantasy Suicide's best pick was probably JSN here at the 1-7. Drifters, I love where you got Devontae Smith. I like where you got Devontae Smith there. All right, now I'm picking here. I do have a couple of options off the board here. I'm not interested in any of the wide receivers here, or any of the. I do got to get my guy. I do like how Travis Kelce this year, guys. A little bit more than George Kittle personally. I just think that Chiefs offense is going to be just as good this year. I think Mahomes is going to come back from that injury pretty well. Let's see what Moogie does here as well. Wan'Dale should be a great pick here as well for Moogie or whoever wants it as well. Let's see what Moogie does. Moogie could go quarterback here as well. I think Bucky is still hurt. Is that why you went Gainwell? Yes. I don't think Bucky is hurt. I know Bucky's hurt. Yes, he is practicing, but it's going to be hard with that shoulder injury. He's going to be it's going to be hard for him. Yeah. And then Wan'Dale does go there at the 9-10 to Moogie. I don't mind that at all. I think after that, after Wan'Dale, it does drop off there. JJ, let me make sure he's all good. Oh, Dak Prescott and... I don't think JJ wanted any of that. Get off auto, please. Yeah, get off auto. I'll let you repick once you get off auto. JJ, you got to get off auto, my brother. Can you guys hear me? No, you're not on auto, bro. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. You remind me of Burnt Peanut streamer. Yes, sir. That's the point of it. That is definitely the point of it. That is the point of it. That is why I went with who I did. All right, let me go ahead and help him repick here. All right, JJ, go ahead and repick my brother. And he goes with George Kittle. Of course he does. Of course he goes with George Kittle. Of course he goes with George Kittle. And he goes, man. Let's see who I'm taking here, guys. Let's see who I'm taking here. I got you. I wanted George Kittle. I won't lie to you guys. I was hoping George Kittle would make it back to me just so I have Travis Kelce and George Kittle, and I'm sure one of them is going to pop off there. But I do think in here, because I have so many wide receivers, I do think I have to go with Matthew Golden there at the 10-4, just for the upside pick with Matthew Golden. I hear you, but once Charbs is back as a committee, I don't know if Charbs is getting... When is Charbs coming back, guys? Do we know? Do we know when Charbs is coming back? So, Isaiah likely goes there at the 10-5. That's also a little spicy. I like it. I want to see more of your eyes and lips if you can. Not too much to see your facial expressions. All right, I got you, my brother. Yeah, which we might try to fix that. I think it might be because of the lightning. So, I got you. Maybe put the stripe on the side of your face, Yeah, maybe we could do that. Maybe we could do that, my brother. It wasn't easy to do this. It was not easy to do this. It was like a week of trying to fix everything to get this on here. So yeah, but I'm hoping it keeps growing. The channel keeps growing. We're at 600 subscribers, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. We're growing by the day, and I appreciate everybody for watching. Shakir goes there at the 10.8, Diggs at the 10.9, Tila at the 10.10, guys. Okay, I'll take a review. All right, guys, let's start doing reviews. At all, we are now doing reviews. We are now doing reviews, guys, on YouTube. Please go on the live chat and put your sleeper name for a review. I got you, Core. I got you. I know, sorry, not trying to hate, just want to all good, boys. I'm not saying you're hating. I'm not saying you're hating at all. Yeah, I'm not saying any of that. I appreciate the feedback. All right, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these rosters. Core wants to review first. Let me go ahead and take care of Core's team. Caleb Williams is going to be a great quarterback, brother. JT and Derrick Henry are going to be great running backs. Pickens and Ted are going to be great wide receivers for you. And then you have Harold Fannin, guys. I don't mind Harold Fannin. I can see Harold Fannin, to be totally honest with you guys, playing that Trey McBride role. Because I think he might be the wide receiver one on that team. I think it's going to be a Brock Bowers situation, a Trey McBride situation, a Colston Loveland situation, and Harold Fannin has the ability to be the wide receiver one. I do like that. You go with Travion and J-Mo. I don't like Travion. I think you know this, but at the 5'6", I really can't hate on it. And then J-Mo there at the 6'7", I really do like as well. I think the Travion situation is just one that I don't personally like. I would have maybe went Toot in there. Travion does have upside, don't get me wrong, man. Just the Ramondre situation. I don't want to buy into it like we did last year and then just get burnt. I know a lot of people got burned with Travion just like Moogie did. And then we went with Quentin Johnson and Jordan Addison. I don't like Jordan Addison at all, and I don't like Jake Ferguson at all either. Ferg didn't really do anything when both wide receivers were healthy. Jordan Addison's competing with Juwan Jennings and TJ Hawkinson, but I don't mind Quentin Johnson. I will say that. Now, you have drafted better teams, Corbushan, but I don't mind the team at all, man. I'll probably give this team a 7.8 out of 10. It's very well balanced, but your bench could be better and your flexes could be slightly better as well. But shout out to you for being here. I appreciate you. And let me go ahead and take everybody's like, oh, you have Jadavian Price, this isn't that. Okay, but now I have Zach Charbonnet too. Now I got Zach Charbonnet too, so what now? Now I got Charbonnet too. Alright, Tyron Chaser goes there at the 11-10. Alright guys, if anybody else needs a review, let me know. Addison, Juwan Jennings. Did Juwan Jennings go before Addison? I don't think I said that. Jalen McMillan. Let me see who I'm taking here on the way back. Do you ever do longer than 30 seconds? It's literally not needed. If someone requests for it, boys, I try to do it for them, you know. I'm not a dick. I'm not going to be opposed to it. But it's really not needed, man. In my opinion. Let's see who I'm going to take here. I think after TJ Spears, it just kind of shuts down here, guys. TJ Spears could still compete for that running back 1 role. So I'll go ahead and take him, I think. Yeah, and then we'll see how it goes. Jeff Naylor goes at 12.5. Yeah, I don't really try to do more than 30 seconds. I think 30 seconds is literally more than fine for people to process, to pick, and do everything. The only time 30 seconds ends up being a problem is if someone's sleeper lags out. But then that's why we offer like repicks and lifelines for people when that does happen. So, Black Mountain, you want a review? I got you, my brother. Let me go ahead and take care of your team here. All right, Lamar Jackson at the 4.11 is very, very early. I'm not sure what we're thinking there. Jahmyr Gibbs and Jaylen Warren. I like Gibbs a lot, but why are we taking Jaylen Warren over Tony Pollard? I feel like Tony Pollard has a clear running back 1 situation there over Jaylen Warren because Jaylen Warren is competing with Rico Dowdle, so I don't love that for you. But your wide receivers, AJ Brown and Mike Evans, are phenomenal. But why are we taking Mike Evans over Ladd McConkey? Mike Evans is turning 33 years old. Ladd McConkey is getting a year older. We saw what he did in his rookie year. Keenan Allen is no longer there. I would take Ladd McConkey 10 out of 10 times out of Mike Evans. Bowers is going to be a great tight end, though. And then you got Jordan Tyson and Blake Corum. I don't like Jordan Tyson as much in the early season because he's injured right now. And Blake Corum, he's going to be the running back, too. I really don't think you need Blake Corum at all. I think your flex 2 is really worrisome. I think your running back 2 is worrisome as well with Rico Dowdle, Jaylen Warren battling with Rico Dowdle. So your running back 2 is worrisome. Your flex 2 is worrisome. And then Jordan Tyson, if he's not healthy, he's going to be worrisome as well. We have Jonathan Brooks who has upside, Jaden Higgins who has upside. But why are we taking Jackson Dart here at the 11-2? That makes zero sense for me. You have Lamar Jackson. You're never going to start Dart over Lamar Jackson. If you are hoping, if you're being like, but what if Lamar gets hurt? I have Jackson Dart. If you think Lamar is going to get hurt, you don't take him there at the 4th round and spend another valuable pick in the 11th round. You could have gotten some upside players like a Denzel Boston, like a Charbonnet, like a Tyrone Tracy, like a Singleton, TJ Spears. You could have gotten upside players over Dart there instead, and I don't like the fact that you want Dart there. So that does make your bench on the weaker side. That makes your flexes on the weaker side, and your running back 2 is also on the weaker side. Unfortunately, it's going to be on the lower side, brother. I'm probably going to give this team a 5.9 out of 10. I think you could have drafted a little bit better. I think instead of taking Mike Evans here, take a Ladd McConkey here. I don't think anybody has Mike Evans over Ladd McConkey in their rankings. Jordan Tyson, I'm not sure if I would take him at the 6-11 over guys like Parker Washington. I would even take Mekhi Lemon over Jordan Tyson because of Jordan Tyson's injury. Jaylen Warren, I wouldn't take him over Tony Pollard or over Rico Dowdle. Maybe Rico Dowdle, I'd take him, but they're a coin flip with Rico and Jaylen Warren. Blake Corum at the 8-11 over Aaron Jones, who is the running back 1, over Jordan Mason, who's competing for that running back 1 spot, over Wan'Dale Robinson is questionable as well. And then Jackson Dart here is a little bit of a mistake pick as well. So a 5.9 out of 10, my brother. I appreciate you for being here. Any chance of, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we can do it. Let's do a $50 league next. I'm home all day. I'm home all day, guys. Let's go ahead and get these $50 leagues knocked out as well right after this. Don't think any of those players are higher value than Dart. Are you trying to trade Dart or Lamar? The problem is, like, if you're trying to trade them, I guess, you know what I mean? But I'm going to go ahead and take Jared Goff here. I was hoping Goff would fall to me there. Don't matter, does it? It does. It does. It does because it weakens your bench by a lot. It does weaken your bench by a lot because you don't need Dart. Dart's gonna be. It does because Dart's gonna be rotting until the bye week. The 11th round is still very crucial. It gives me way more of trade firepower. Now it might do that, but that's if you make a trade. What if you don't make a trade? What if you make it? Then any garbage? I wouldn't say garbage. Players like Cam Scatterbo, Chase Brown, those kind of players were around. Bucky Irving, they were all around 11+ players. So I think there's still some valuable picks there at the round 11. Early saying yes, 100%. Especially when you have a QB. Yes, 100%. Especially when you have a QB. I agree. That's insane. He's a top 5 upside quarterback. He might be, but not on your bench. I always play 2 QB. I get it. Superflex, Superflex is pretty fun. I don't love Superflex, but it's pretty fun. Let me see who I'm taking here. I think I have to take J-Love here because my quarterback is uncertain. So I'm going to take J-Love. If y'all letting a top 5 upside guy, he has been falling to the 11th, 12th rounds. So he has been falling. Problem is more so he's going to be a roster clogger when you have injuries. See, this is what I mean. You already have a quarterback. That's all. All right. JJ wants a review here. I got you, JJ. Let me go ahead and take care of your team as well. Oh. All right, let me go ahead and take care of JJ's team. JJ, Prescott's going to be a great quarterback, brother. Achane and Chase Brown. I don't love Achane at all this year, but Chase Brown is going to be a great running back. Olave and Roma Odunze are going to be great wide receivers for you. Kittle is going to be injured, but he should still be very, very solid when he is back healthy. And then Monty and Marv, I like that flex. I think that's one of the better drafts you have done this year, brother. I don't mind this starting lineup at all for you. The only thing that's a little bit on the weaker side, maybe it's George Kittle as your tight end 1 when he's a little bit on the injury side. Devon Achane scares me with the situation. But besides that, it's a pretty good team. And then, yeah, J.K. Dobbins, Jacoby, Kamara, McMillan, Juwan Johnson, and Kyler Murray. I like that bench as well. You have, upside a safety with Dobbins and Jacoby. I think after you take Myers and Jacoby, I don't think you need Alvin Kamara. I think at that point you got to take some upside running backs. I just don't know if Kamara has that much upside left in him. So I am reviewing your team, JJ. This is your team. This is literally your team. All right, but with that being said, like I said, I don't love Devon Achane, especially where you got him at the 111. I think Kittle is on the injury prone as well. I do think you need a second tight end there, and I don't know if I like Juwan Johnson as the second tight end either. But your flexes are good. Your wide receivers are solid as well. Your running backs with Chase Brown is very good. Achane just scares me. Kittle scares me with his injury, but your bench is solid as well. I do like this team. I'm going to give this team an 8.3 out of 10, JJ. 8.3 out of 10. 8.3 out of 10. All right. All right. I don't think anybody else needs a review. All right, let me go ahead and take a look at who I'm taking here. Hawk is available. I do not mind Hawk at all here. Trey Harris is also available. I think I am going to go some upside with Trey Harris here, guys. Stribling was also available, but it's all right. We'll go with Trey Harris there at the 59. I don't have a lot of Trey Harris picks, so we'll go ahead and take him. He might be the wide receiver 2 there. Who knows? I just know that Christian Kirk is also with the 49ers. He might be the wide receiver 2 there as well. We're going to be ready, my baby. All right, guys. No one else wants a review? At all. We good on reviews? Are we good on reviews, guys? Let me know if anybody else wants to review. We are going to do a $50 live stream after this too, so if you guys didn't get on it, make sure you guys join that as well. All right. I don't think anybody else wants a review, guys. I have not seen anybody else asking for a review here. Review me? I got you, Thor. After hearing that, yes. Hey, it's just opinions. All I'm gonna say is that when you draft a quarterback, when you draft 2 quarterbacks this early, it usually doesn't end well. I'm not saying this from being biased. I'm saying this from somebody in like 1,200 leagues. You know what I mean? It's not like this is like my second or third. It's not like it's my second or third redraft. I'm just saying this from what I see. Usually people don't draft 2 quarterbacks that early unless they were trying to do a trade. But usually in a 1 quarterback, quarterbacks are not worth that much personally. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take our of Thor's team. Thor, Jalen Hurts is going to be a great quarterback. Bijan and Carson are going to be great running backs for you. Nico Collins and Luther Burden. Why are we taking Burden over Ladd McConkey? I don't understand that, Thor. Ladd McConkey is right there. I don't understand why we're taking Luther Burden over him. Ladd is proven. Luther is not proven. Tyler Warren's going to be a good tight end. And then you have Sutton and Chris Godwin. 2 old heads there. I don't like that at all. Sutton's got degraded to a wide receiver 2. And Chris Godwin is going to be the wide receiver 2 there as well with Ekbuka. So I don't love that at all for you. Baby, it's okay. It's okay, yeah. So I do think your flexes are on the weaker side. Your wide receiver 2 with Luther Burden is on the weaker side as well when there were better players there. And you have Aaron Jones, who's injury prone. I do like him, but he is injury prone, so he's not really going to do much on your bench. Brian Robinson, Mark Andrews, Kenyon Sadiq, Matthew Stafford, Deebo Samuel, and Braylon Allen. I don't like that bench at all, brother. You have Tyler Warren. Why are we taking Mark Andrews? You have Tyler Warren. Why are we taking Kenyon Sadiq as well? You have Jalen Hurts. Why do you need Matthew Stafford there? It doesn't make sense. Personally, you don't draft league-winning players by drafting a backup quarterback there when you already have a really good quarterback, or two backup tight ends when you already have a good tight end. I went with two quarterbacks here because Jared Goff and Jordan Love, they're not really the most trustworthy quarterbacks. If I had a Jalen Hurts, I wouldn't be taking Jared Goff and Jordan Love here, but that's just me. But with that being said, it's still a solid team. I'm probably going to give it a 6.8 out of 10. 6.8 out of 10, Thor. The flexes are on the weaker side. The wide receiver 2 is on the weaker side. And the bench is on the weaker side. Mugi, I got you, my brother, bro. I hope the treadmill was a good workout. Purdy at the 12-3 is going to be a good quarterback. You also had Baker Mayfield there to back him up. Genty and Hampton are going to be amazing running backs. I love doing this combo right here. I love doing this Genty-Hampton combo. And then you have Igbuka and Cardinal Tate, who both have a lot of upside. Tucker Kraft is going to be a good tight end. You have Cam Scatterbo and Christian Watson, who are going to be good flexes. This is a phenomenal startup. The only problem I see with the startup, man, is that Brock Purdy is injury prone. All right. Igbuka had a hammy injury last year. Tucker Kraft's coming off of an injury. Cam Scatterbo is coming off of an injury. And then Christian Watson has a history of injuries. So you have 3, 4, 5. My bad. Hampton was also injured as well. You have 6 players coming off of injuries in your starting lineup. Out of 8 players, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of 8 players, you have 6 players that are coming off of injuries, Mugi. I don't think you like hearing that. I don't think you knew that. You didn't. I don't think you realized that until I'm pointing this out. So I don't love that. Josh Downs is also, wasn't he somewhat injured last year? Or maybe he just didn't play as many snaps. Wan'Dale Robinson, KC, Tyrone Tracy. I do like your bench. Your bench is very, very solid. Fresh legs. Yeah, fresh legs. Your bench is very solid. Your starting lineup is solid, but there's just too many people with injury history, and I don't like that personally. With that being said, this is a very solid team still. I'll probably give it a 7.6 out of 10 because of the injury history on that team. Mwah! Shout out to everybody for being here, guys. I truly do appreciate you guys. We're doing a $50 draft after this. So shout out to Thor, Mountain, Papa, Maddie, Ben 10, Corberjan, Fantasy Suicide, Drifters, Mugi, JJ, and Pickens for all drafting with us, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the boys, Jason, Mugi, Jason as well, for all chatting with us. I appreciate y'all. And if I don't see you guys in the next draft, I hope I see you guys again tomorrow or the day after.